What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Meta. My name is Zach. I am joined here today by my fierce companion, Nick, and
I'm here.
Lonrem.
What's up?
Lonrem is the Anook.com senior community manager. We talked to you guys a little bit last week about what Anook was and what we were doing with that. He's going to talk a little bit more about it today as we go on through the night. But how's everybody doing? How you guys doing today? Nick,
I feel like crap.
Long working day for Nick.
Yeah.
I was just say, not a long working day. Did work today, and then I got home, and then somebody was like, "Dude, you want to be on a podcast?" And I was like, "Well, sure. I've never done that before." So yeah.
Well, we appreciate you filling in. Pretty much everybody's probably wondering by now, where is Ed again and where is Stomp? Well, Ed is at the same place he was last week. He got into the playoffs with his intramural basketball team. So he is playing some fierce competition in those playoffs. He will be back with us for sure next week. This will be the last miss for him tonight. Stomp's dealing with some personal stuff, and so Lonrem is filling in for him for us.
Yay!
And then we have a newly added little chat square here so that the chat can be seen on the stream, which we're going to find a way to integrate that on a regular basis, even when we have 4 people. But I thought I'd just put it there for now since we had nothing else to put there since it's just us 3. So, that being said, let's get into the Reddit report. Nick, what do you got for us?
Of stuff actually, and by that I mean Reddit is just filled with please threads. Well, this one kind of talks about LCS, but I will go to the why the Curse versus Coast should have been replayed. Okay, I think it's a league feature as well, so I'm going to say that this goes along, and not just the LCS, but I'll touch more on it there. Long story short, I'm not going to link this because I hate the editorial. I don't like the guy who did it. He's very, very biased. But he does bring up a good point. And that point meaning, in the game in Curse versus Coast, apparently St. Vicious was playing Annie, and he tried to cast Tibbers, which is her ultimate if you're unaware, on the opposing team with their stuff, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, it never casted until, like, I forgot the exact seconds, but it casted later. And so this person who wrote the editorial said that that game should have been replayed. It could have been a game-changing fight if they won. So I just thought it was very interesting that it actually came to fruition. It's happened before and nobody said anything. It was, who was it? I Will Dominate, and I forgot what game it was, but I'm sure somebody on Reddit has it there. That we'll go into a little bit more. However, we do have the new team builder, which, if you're unaware, is what is it?
I said right.
Oh, I thought you said ranked. I was like, it's not ranked.
No.
Get out of here.
Let's get it in ranked.
If you're unaware of what it is a 5v5, just like a blind queue, let's say. And it lets you queue up specifically for... And Terra Booma said, yeah, that fight basically won them, you're right. But anyway, you queue specifically for what role you want, no matter what champion. So, hey, you want to try out Morgana support? Boom. Hey, you want to try out Renekton mid? Boom. You queue up for it, and then you wait for the other people to queue up for those specific roles as well. So if you queue up for mid, you wait for support and AD carry or marksman or whatever they call it now, and top and jungle, and then you queue against other people who do the same. It came out on EU, I believe, a couple days ago, and Riot is full of, or not Riot, but Reddit is full of, oh my god, this is so awesome. Unfortunately, I haven't to test it, but apparently the general consensus is that it's pretty cool.
Which is actually pretty surprising, because I remember when we first talked about it, we were afraid of, or I believe you had some reservations about them actually being able to pull it off properly, Nick.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, but now that it's actually going on, well, I don't see it being a ranked queue. Go ahead.
Oh, just gonna say I seriously expect that it would be a lot better than like you get the same matchmaking stuff with MMOs where it's like got to get your DPS and everything, because at least in League you have a fairly spread. I like to play top. I like to play jungle. You know, nobody wants to play support. Sorry, support. Nobody wants to play support.
Hey, Nick plays a lot of support. Actually, he really does. Nick plays a lot of support.
Fun, man.
I can imagine. Well, my wife plays support, so you know.
Are you comparing me to a woman? Is that what you're doing? Huh?
Yes, the woman I married. So you know.
I mean, I'm pretty cute.
But
shut up, Nick. You're mine.
You get those four. You know, I can imagine having longer queue times than support, because support's going to get thrown into games frequently. I was going somewhere with this, but then I kind of got distracted by comparing Nick to my wife and just
whoa.
Awkward thoughts.
Are you
he was thinking about how far down that beard goes, Nick. We talked about that last time.
Let's just be honest.
But basically, I like the idea of it in the fact that you can queue up, know what you're going to have, like in terms of your actual role. But I when I first heard it was announced, I expected that like AD carry and like top or even mid would just be like sitting forever because everybody wants to play those roles. But so I'm not sure how well that's going to end up working out, if it'll be actually a longer matchmaking time than just regular.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Has anybody talked about it? Has anybody been talking about that, Nick?
Yeah, on Reddit, going back to the Reddit report, it seems that pretty much people who want to play support just queue up, and it just kind of works out.
And well, I mean, like the queue times, like are they long, or are they like what are people saying the average queue time?
No, nobody said anything about that.
I'd be curious to know.
Apparently, this guy, I mean, there is a thread that's ranked number 8 right now, says, I don't care if they're longer queues, this game is way less toxic. So,
that's a good point, because everybody's playing exactly what they play.
Yeah.
So
again, like I said, I don't think it's not viable. I don't think it's appropriate for ranked whatsoever. But as a fun game type to learn a specific champion for a specific place, yeah, it's okay.
All right. Well, do we have anything else
we got
on
some
Reddit?
more. So yeah, of course we do. Of course we do. There's like 17 team builders, so I had to go through all of them. A bunch of riot pleases about no logout button, yada yada yada. Where was it? Uno momento, por favor. There's also Vel'Koz now went from 7800 IP to 6300. Shyvana went down from 63 to 4800. I think that's pretty important, because if anybody is aspiring to play jungle or top, Shyvana is amazing, and she's cheaper now. So
wow.
I mean, hey.
Yay, cheaper champions.
It's
better for everybody.
Shyvana's been pretty good for a while. That's one of the few champions I bought when she first came out and started playing her.
Oh, yeah, she's
Shyvana. Yeah. She's always been a bit of a beast. All right, so you got anything else you want to talk about on Reddit, or you want to move on here to around the league?
I mean, we can go to around the league because there's a PBE update.
Okay. All right, so getting into around the league then. Start us off again, Nick.
We'll start you off with Heimerdinger has some sweet new splash arts. Arctic's Op Varus kind of looks a cross between. This is a new skin for Varus. Arctic Ops Varus looks like a cross between like Sub-Zero and Snake Eyes with a bow. Like, it's pretty sick. Heimerdinger got VU icons for all his stuff. Couple of things on the PBE, some balances, dragon damage got reverted, couple of things like that. I'll actually post this link in chat for anybody that wants to read it. Yeah, Aurelia is getting buffed. You're correct. I think that's really cool though, that Arctic Ops Ferris literally looks legitimately sweet. I don't know if I linked it to you earlier, but there you go. In the chat there.
He does look like Snake from G.I. Joe, dude.
Yeah, Snake Eyes in like Sub-Zero. It's amazing. There was a cool little video on Reddit. It's around the league. I'll take that as well. But it was the LOL esports moments from season 1 to season 3. Dude, it's sick. I recommend anyone check it out. Also, to talk about around the league, I've only played a few games here lately just because we've work, I've been working a little bit more, a few more hours a day. So I get really tired when I get home and I just want to sleep. But I've been tinkering with playing like support, of course, but I've been playing specifically different item builds. And Lulu is incredibly strong support right now. Okay, so you can first pick Lulu. Let's just say hypothetical situation in a game. Okay, if you're an aspiring support player, you don't know how much it helps to, let's say your first pick, of course. You pick Lulu first. Obviously, with the LCS going on, everybody's like, "Oh, well, they're gonna play Lulu mid. I better counter her." So they'll pick like a Gragas or something, or something like that to counter her. But you actually go support, and then that gives your mid lane the amazing ability to counter her. Yep, it's amazing. But she's really really strong. Bottom lane, she's just as strong as she always was. I mean, that's what I've been doing. It's been pretty cool.
We got any news on Vel'Koz?
I played one game with him. He's strong, as in the point is he does a lot of damage, but he just gets ate alive. Like,
Yeah.
I played one game and it was against the Kazakhs, and there's no like, this Vel'Koz is dead. He's sacrificial lamb at that point. He's good, but
Here's less cannon.
he's just gonna be weird.
Do you think they're going to get him fixed pretty quick, or what's going to be the deal? What are the main problems that you see with him right now?
With him, he has no innate. Like, I mean, look, like me and Stomp said, he brought it up, but I furthered the point. It was his passive is underwhelming, like truthfully underwhelming. It doesn't do as much as something like that should have. But overall, I just think that his kit allows him to get jumped on fairly easily, as opposed to like LeBlanc or Gragas that have dashes away, or Annie for that matter that has a built-in stun, or trying to think of like semi-popular mids right now. Kazakhs, he can jump, They have the ability to get away or jump into a fight if they need to. And he has to sit at range, which he is good at, but with his Q being a skill shot, they like kind of, it comes up and it does this. It's weird. And then his R has a specific rank. I don't know. He's a cool champion in design. I just don't think he'll be as strong as everybody thinks that he is. That makes sense? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you already talk about the fact that the mystery gifts are staying around? Did you say something about that yet?
I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Did we?
I'm not sure.
This article's
yeah.
new. This is a new article from League, so I don't know, or from Riot, so I don't. This is yesterday, but basically they're talking about mystery gifting becoming permanent, so it's not like a temporary thing. So you'll be able to mystery gift permanently now.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? I guarantee it's making Riot plenty of money, and I know at least on a Nook. Hey, I got my plug-in. But I know a lot of people, are using it all the time because it's cheaper than buying something, yourself, and so, even if you gift it to one buddy and you make a deal ahead of time, I'm going to gift you, you gift me, and we can end up getting something really cool, and cheaper than having to pay for it normally. So why not leave it up 24/7?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go from the business model, it's not a good business model. Give things randomly for cheaper, but it's pretty neat. I agree. It's an awesome thing.
All right. Well, looking. Oh, okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, apparently they increased the amount that you can gift and receive gifts more. So they increased it 3 to 5. Thank you, Roddy Cat.
All right, so looking real fast at this week's, we don't normally do this, but I want to get your opinion on something real fast, Nick, because a lot of people that watch the show are obviously in bronze or may not even be in ranked. So just to get a little bit of information on the free champions for this week, it's Kog'Maw, Lux, Morgana, Nunu, Renekton, Sejuani, Thresh, Zane, Veigar, and Volibear. If somebody was new at the game or fairly new at the game, not ranked, who would you suggest that they should be playing right now out of those three champions?
It depends on the person. Let me look at it specifically, and I'll give a brief rundown of them. Let me look at the free week.
Funny story. I was playing while he's doing that. I was playing a ranked game yesterday, and I don't know what I was my own fault for not paying attention, but I didn't choose my champion in time, and I realized with 2 seconds left that I hadn't chosen a champion, and so I just clicked whatever was the nearest thing, and it ended up being Lux. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll support Lux. Sorry guys, I didn't even mean to do this, and I've actually never played Lux before, so it was a bit of a disaster. Another one of Captain Waffles playing a champion he's never played in ranked before. That's happened a couple times now. But this one was not on purpose, and it was a bit of a disaster. I did okay towards the end. I started getting the hang of her, but it's the one champion that I for me, as experienced as I am now, or as many games as I played now, I should say, I should have played Lux by now, and I haven't. So, but now I have in a ranked game.
I've never played Heimerdinger. I've never played Mordekaiser.
Heimerdinger was the one I did for that last Captain's Corner that we had on the show.
Yeah, you did. But brief rundown of
actually
Kog'Maw.
did pretty
Kog'Maw. Oh, sorry. First of all, I'm going to give a real short synopsis. Or summary, rather. Anyway, Kog'Maw is a walking artillery shell. Learn him only if you have good mechanics. If you do master his mechanics, you'll be good at other champions, too. He's best built AD, basically, even though he scales with AP. He can go AP, but it gets kind of weird. You need to know him first in a safer lane. Put him with the support. Lux is decent. She got long range, really, really squish. Her ultimate at late game is on like a 30-second cooldown, so it's cool. Morgana's been played as a support recently. I think that, as well as Lux can be played as a support, but I think that Morgana support is probably where she's going to end up sticking. And by that I mean she's fallen off since Season 2 in mid lane.
I can agree with that. I actually used to play Morgana quite a bit, but yeah, she's definitely fallen off.
She's underwhelming mid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She has good CC, reliable on her R unless they get away, and then her Q is a snare, a skill shot. Her E, what's it called? Black Shield, is when you put it on somebody, they cannot get CC'd, hard or soft. So that's pretty cool for the shield duration. Nunu, he kind of fell off. He kind of came back in Korea a little bit, then he fell off again. I haven't kept up with him lately, but I think he may have came back. He's a decent jungler.
Yeah, he's been all over the place because he kind of started out as more of a, from the beginning of the game standpoint, he kind of started out as more of a top champion, transitioned to more of a bottom support role, and then from there he became right.
Oh, God.
And then from there he became an OP jungler for all of Season 3 pretty much, right? And then
consume.
Yeah, and then he fell off of jungle terribly. And now he can play. Now he's pretty much back to support, but I mean, technically, I guess you could play Nunu mid if you wanted to, but he's really a support.
He's great jungle right now, like legit.
Is he? I thought that Stomp was talking about how he's not that great right now.
Against Lee Sin, no, but who's good against Lee Sin? Against Kha'Zix, no, but who's good against Kha'Zix? But
that's the point, is that most people are going to be playing those champions that are better right now in the jungle, and of course, Nunu's kind of just lower.
That's not detracting from his abilities, though. Okay, you get a Caitlyn. Let's say you get a Caitlyn bot lane. Okay, her attack speed got got nerfed, and that's why Nunu stopped going down bot, because Nunu could just push towers all day. Mm-hmm. But if you take Caitlyn and you stick her with a Nunu late game, she still is a pure terror because of Nunu's blood boil. So I mean, he's still good, and in team comps he's good. But if you're just playing solo queue, yeah, of course others are better. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Real fast, one of our viewers asked a question about Morgana before we continue on with these champions. Arash545 says, as Morgana support, do you use her ult to peel or initiate? And the answer to that is to initiate. And actually...
Nope, wrong.
What? Zonya's plus peel. Morgana's ult?
Yeah, not on support, though.
Sure, why not?
Look, okay. No, listen. I can give you examples, too, in LCS matches. What is better than a slow, first off a slow, and then a snare on someone going for your AD carry?
Okay, I can see what you're saying there.
For early game,
but I'm thinking...
No, late game. You're still thinking mid... He doesn't
I
do that
think
much
I
damage.
think late game. I think late game Morgana's ult is too valuable to waste as just a
I'm just
run
gonna
away.
have to
Let's
show
run
you.
away.
No,
I mean,
it's
what
not
else is
running
she?
away.
What else is
It's-
she useful for as support then?
It's
Late game.
sticking with her Q, her E, her Q. So you don't engage with your R. You don't flash R into them like you did season 2. Okay, what happens is if you Q one of their carries, AP, AD, or jungler, depending if it's Kha'Zix or Lee Sin, depending on time of game, then your team can jump on them after you hit your Talisman of Ascension. See what I'm saying? Like you don't have to go in. They're stunned. When the rest of their team tries to go on your carries, they can only go towards them. You hit R, they can run towards them and keep getting slowed and snared, or they have to back off, and they have to make that decision. So Morgana's ult is better for Peel right now as a support.
Okay, I can see.
Does that make sense?
I concede. All right, so let's continue on with the champs here. Free champs, I believe, right now.
Renekton, learn him because he's not broken. He's very well balanced and he's a very good champion. He's a really good early game. Falls off late game if you don't snowball, not necessarily snowball, but if you don't do well early game. Sejuani's hit or miss. I wouldn't learn a player particularly because there's other junglers better.
Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't
It's
seen a
the
lot
same.
of people really playing her that much recently at all.
If you play support at all, Thresh is a must. Legitimately a must.
And Thresh, Leona, learn those two right now. Thresh, Leona,
Thresh, Leona, yeah.
Yeah.
Morgana, if you want to get a little funky with it. Vayne, she's still great, amazing, but
that R, man,
really
oh
hard
my
to play.
gosh.
Yeah, I think at level 6, her R is equivalent to a BF sword. So if you go for Bork and you have, or Blade of the Ring King, and you have, what's it called, Bilgewater Cutlass and that, you beat somebody with a BF sword because you're R. Or was it Vager, I believe is the correct pronunciation?
Vigar. Jeez.
I've heard Vigar or Vigar.
Yeah, there was a general discussion forum, and the actual guy, the right Vager, came and answered. It was like Vager or something like that. He's good. He hasn't seen much play since season 2 either. You can learn him if you like really, really bursty champions, but LeBlanc's a better burst champion. Volibear is the last one. Volibear is a
He's
weird
a
champ.
pretty. Well,
He's
what,
good.
is his thing still broken with? Oh no, they fixed it right where he gets
They
the
fixed
amount
it
of
where
damage,
it's
so he's
adds
even
the
more
damage.
OP because Volibear is actually pretty good right now.
He's good, but I don't think he's. I don't know. I haven't seen him enough or played enough. What I mean by, just like this goes back to Morgana. How does Volibear get to your carries? That's to run straight on them.
Well,
Morgana goes R.
Yeah, but then he flips him.
Yeah,
But
but you
Then
put
you're
E on
still
your
standing
carries.
in the middle of their team now with the AD carry behind you.
He's good. Like he's good for a
Yeah,
big
but
comp.
Volibear is so tanky, and as long as he's like putting that damage back out that he's taking, he's pretty OP.
Yeah,
So,
but
as long-
that's
for
what's-
team fights,
Yeah,
he's a big deal.
He's good. Good in a pick comp. He's good in a. If you have Morgana on your team, you can snare somebody. He's got him. That's good. But I don't know. I just need to see him play more. Don't learn him if you're not experienced in the jungle. But I'm taking this from a new person's point of view. Morgana's the best to play. You can even play her mid just to learn her because her W just max it and you can just kill creeps all day.
Yeah.
But out of this, Thresh, Renekton, and Morgana. I would
Those
learn
are the
this.
champs you would tell people to learn right now.
I would. Morgana
I would
for lane
agree with
mechanics, Thresh because he's OP, and Renekton because he's a good lane mechanics as well.
Well, in other news, Hexakill has returned to the proverbial workshop, according to League of Legends, whatever that
Just
means.
like my chamber.
Yeah. But so Hexakill's gone. I'm not sure if anybody got any. I sure didn't because I didn't give a crap about it. It was a gimmicky thing. I wasn't gonna play that shit. So I did not go for the Hexakill. Did you go for the Hexakill, Nick?
I didn't play one game.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I played one. Okay, one game just because I wanted to see how like just crazy it was with 6v6, 12 people on the map. But and it was crazy, and it was even more trolly than a normal game. But yeah, one was enough for me. People are ridiculous. All right, so real fast then, staying in the Around the League topic, let's go ahead and pick our challenger for the $25 RP challenge. We do this or in the Around the League topic so that we can get everything ready for when it's actually time to play the game. For those of you who don't know what this is, every week we roll the dice and a random viewer will be chosen to battle one of the people you see up on your screen here to win $25 of Riot points. Last week, CISO Second, our longtime viewer of ours, went up against Stomp and got crushed in both games, unfortunately. And so the $25 remains in Nick's faithful hands. But
I have it somewhere. Yeah.
I have a feeling we're gonna lose it tonight because, and no, that's no offense to you, Lonrem, but Lonrem's gonna be playing against the viewer tonight. And Lonrem, what level are you in League of Legends? Tell our viewers.
Level 20 for the past year and a half.
Yeah, so whoever gets this has a pretty good chance, as long as you're pretty experienced in League, to beat him. Although Lonrem, you promised to play smart for us.
I will
save our $25.
100%. I'll give it 110%. It's probably not going to be enough. Sorry, guys.
No worries. All right, so real fast, I'm going to. You actually can kind of see this going on in the little box here, but I'm going to roll the die. We're going to see. All right, so we got Mazxx, MAZXZX. So if you are here, sir, and it'll take you a little while, I'm sure, to find out that you just got picked, please message in Twitch or something, and then give me your League of Legends champion name. I'll add you to a friends list, and we will get this thing going while we talk about esports. But we're going to wait on him for a second. Lonrem, what's your most played champion on League of Legends?
Is there actually a stat thing that I could actually look and see?
There is. If you go to your
summoner profile in there?
Profile, yeah, you can go to...
I think it's ranked only.
I don't think so. Champions. Click champions. Oh, wait, no, that's not it.
No.
Maybe he's ranked. Maybe it is ranked only. Profile.
I mean, I've not been wrong so far.
Yeah, over there in the bottom right. Most played champion. Nothing.
Jeez, Nick.
just go to log.
All right, we're going to give it about 20 more seconds. Mazxx doesn't seem like he wants to play, or he just isn't at his computer right now.
He's intimidated.
He might be intimidated.
Yeah. While we got this lull time, you can talk about a Nook a little more if you want.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Because I've literally just talked out of my ass this whole time. So
I'm looking real quick. So all summoner name. Let's see. It's probably going to come up you've not played enough games for us to track any kind of information. Well, it really doesn't have any information.
Our viewer is saying it's ranked only, so I guess it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to check my Nook profile because I have my user there, and just maybe I clicked the wrong button. But yeah, for you users and stuff like that, it just shows me my last 6, so that doesn't help any. But yeah, for you guys in the chat who haven't heard about a Nook, why not? Mostly because I'm doing a bad job, I guess. The gamer site for the community site for gamers. I'll put this together the right way. And so you can keep track of everything gamer related. You got Beyond Meta able to post there, let you know when they're streaming. You actually watch this stream right now, live on the site. We've got, game developers are starting to show up on the site and interact. You can meet up with other League players.
And that's beyondthemeta.com that he was talking about. So if you go to beyondthemeta.com right now, you can look at our Nook page. That's what that links to. And we've got forums, we've got our streams and everything up there. That's our page. So if you create an Nook account, you can actually follow us and become a part of our community, which is what we're trying to do. So,
right. And hey, I see Aloha's is in the chat, and I know her from a Nook, and she followed me to the stream because of a Nook. See, it works. But it's basically going to be the place for gamers of any kind, pro gamers, guys who are doing YouTube, guys who are streaming. It's not all League oriented, though I guess that's what you care about if you're watching this. but you're able to interact with other users beyond just the game that you're talking about. So you can actually have friends that play League, and then you can have friends that hate League, and you can interact with them both at the same time, as opposed to a lot of other sites where everything is kind of compartmentalized and stuff like that. So
well, I just re-rolled since apparently that other guy's not coming, and Bouncy Dick, I kid you not, has won the opportunity to face off against Lonrem for a $25 Riot Point card. He's not following Beyond the Meta according to this big red bar underneath his name.
Yeah,
so
that was one of the things. So you're doing
requirements.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, because I said
again?
that, but yes.
Okay.
You did that. How do you mess up the rules?
Wow.
Every time we go,
I don't
you
know.
have to follow.
Ed normally does this, okay? All right, everybody, you have to follow Beyond the Meta in order to
If I'm
do
looking
this.
at this right, should be.
Also, I want to point something out
Here.
real quick. I've been told and harassed. I'm not really getting harassed, but it's CISO second, just for the record.
Is it really?
That's on the record.
No, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, CISO. I'm never going to be able to remember that. I've called you CISO for so long. You just should change your name. Just change it to CISO second. It sounds better anyways. All right, I don't see a filter to do only
I
followers.
think you just have to re-roll.
Yeah, I'm just going to re-roll. Okay. The Giant Strawberry is following Beyond the Meta, and he has won the opportunity to face off against at Lonrem, which is
just Lonrem, just Lonrem. Where you
I read it off the
ad.
screen. I don't know why I read the ad. I just read it right off the screen. So Lonrem, so the Giant Strawberry, if you are Bouncy Dick's kind of upset, it looks like. Sorry, Bouncy Dick. You should have been following. You should have been following me on those.
Just gotta
Giant Strawberry's here. Okay, Giant Strawberry. He's here. He's in chat. Okay. It's South Par 23. Okay, so I'm gonna add him real fast, and we are going to get this game set up. And while we do that, and it's the Captain Waffles. I just sent you a request, Strawberry, if you got that. But while we're waiting on getting this all set up, we are going to move on to the esports analysis, which is my personal favorites of our stream that we do here and Beyond the Meta. And basically, the idea is that we are going to first of all, we're going to go over the LCS picks from last week. So I know last week it was kind of jumbled because it was the first time Ed wasn't here and everything wasn't very organized. That's my fault. But this week we're organized. We're ready to go. So I'm going to give you a little update on where everybody's at, the updated point totals even, and everything. So with that, we'll get into this. So what you see on the screen is it says 22 points for me, 20 points for Nick, 22 points near the chat bubble, and 21 points underneath Lonrem. Now, what all those numbers mean is the 22 points is Ed. That's on me, okay? So I'm in Ed's bubble. So Ed has 22 points. The 22 points in Stomp's bubble, which is where the chat is right now, that's Stomp. So Stomp and Ed have 22 points. Nick has 20 points. And then the contributor square has 21, which is where Lonrem's at. Our viewers, however, are leading the charge with 25 points. So viewers way ahead of the race right now. Took a big leap after last week. Real fast, we'll go through the games. We had CLG versus Curse. CLG won that one. Everybody got a point. We had Coast versus EG. Coast won that one, so only the viewers got a point because everybody else was voting for EG in that game. TSM versus Cloud9. Cloud9 won it. So only Stomp actually got a point for that one. Everybody else didn't get a point. Then we had Dig versus EG. Dig won, so everybody got a point. And then we had Coast versus Curse. And in that game, Coast won. So both myself, which I was voting for the contributor square at that point, and Nick got a point. So that brings us to where we are now. So with that, we'll get into the first pick for this week, which is going to be Team Coast versus Team Solomid. So we didn't have a chance to get Ed and Stomp's picks, but I will do that obviously later. But right now, Nick and I will just talk about what we're doing. When Lonrem will join in the conversation a little bit too. He's not actually going to cast a vote, but that's okay. So if Nick, I forgot to make the straw poll, so if you can do that for me.
What about? I'm going to make the straw polls in advance, so we don't have to do that.
Yeah, I had a lot of other crap to do. Thank you very much. Had a lot of crap to do. All right. So, anyways, Team Coast versus Team Solomid. In this game, I'm honestly, crap. I'm in the wrong window here. I gotta get my web browser open. I apologize, everybody. This game, I think I'm going to be going for Curse though, or not Curse, Solomid, because they've been playing really well. I believe Coast is what 10-4. I can't remember. I gotta see. That's why I gotta get my web browser open here. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Schedule.
I'll go ahead with mine.
Yeah,
TSM versus Coast. I picked TSM.
TSM, okay.
I mean, it's simple. Coast is not looking very strong. Though every time that I do go with Coast, I'm just saying, I have gone with Coast most every pick with them playing. I really like Nintendo's jungling style, but I believe that TSM is still a stronger team. Unless Zion Spartan gets huge and Shifter puts the team on his back, I don't think they have a chance.
Yeah, I was thinking CLG when I said that they're 10-6. Team Coast is actually 7-9. Solomid being 13-3. TSM playing really well. I'm going for TSM. Like Nick said, it's a pretty easy pick. So we'll just probably leave it at that. I'm guessing everybody else is going to be going for TSM. We'll check the viewer vote real fast. What are they saying there, Nick? Looks like they're voting TSM. Yep. So viewers voted TSM. So with that, we'll get into the next game. The next game is going to be Counter Logic Gaming versus Team Dignitas.
He didn't even let Lauren.
What's up? I'm not putting a vote. I put my vote.
No, Lonrem's not voting. Lonrem's not voting.
But it's trouble.
Okay.
Because we got my vote for contributor, Nick's vote for himself, and then we got Stomp and Ed. We'll get them later. The next game, yeah, Counter Logic Gaming versus Team Dignitas. Team Dignitas 8-8. Counter Logic Gaming 10-6. Be a good game, I think. I really do. What do you think, Nick?
Dignitas still hot. CLG is hotter. So I'm gonna go with CLG on this one because I think it's a pretty even match. I just I have the Link over Scarra, and I love Scarra. God, he's a big teddy bear, and I just want to hug him. But I think Link's the better mid. Double F's the better AD carry. Support's kind of push. Actually, no, I'm stupid. They have Kiwi Kid. Afro's support. I think CLG is the better team right now. It just depends on who runs their strategies efficiently and correctly, and whoever does that is gonna win. Obviously.
I'm gonna have to agree. Both teams coming off a win from last week, but I'm gonna have to agree that it's gonna be CLG in this one. They're just the better team all around, and so that's who I'm voting for.
I am putting the straw poll up. Hold on, I'm stupid.
That's okay. So Lonrem, what do you think of CLG and Team Dignitas?
Oh, Dignitas. I mean, I don't follow the rankings enough, so I just vote with my heart.
Oh, because Dignitas is the Anuk users.
There's that, but I've actually liked Dignitas before I was even working on Anuk. I've liked Dignitas, and it's more an attitude thing than necessarily the scores and stats and stuff like that. They're a team I can support and get behind. They're the only team I actually watch actively and root for, and this was again before they were on Anuk, and they're not active on Anuk right now. But I'm going to fix that. Hopefully,
you get them, Lonrem.
Sounded a little violent. I'm just going to send them an email, a lightly worded email.
All right. So, what did the viewers say, Nick? Do we have it yet?
It looks like they're going for CLG at the moment.
CLG, okay. We'll move on to the next one then. We'll just put the viewers down for CLG. That doesn't surprise me at all. Next one. This one's going to be an even better game. Team Solomid versus Counter Logic Gaming. I got to go with TSM. TSM is TSM. You know, they've just been playing fantastic, and they're 13-3. I don't think CLG is going to be able to handle them in this game. So I'm gonna vote for TSM. What do you think, Nick?
Who was it again? TSM, CLG?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was making a straw poll. TSM, because TSM's better.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I think legitimately as a team play, TSM's better. Even though Bjergsen is not going to be here because of visa issues, which it's if anyone has ever like dealt with immigration, visa issues like are legitimately
Wait,
like,
is that what he's happening to him right now?
yeah, he had to go back and get his visa. Okay, as a tourist in America, or I don't know what visa he is. It's a B2 if he's a tourist,
It's
and
like
if
a
he
green
is
card,
a
or is it?
no,
Green
green card
card's
is
something else.
for resident.
Oh, okay.
Which the green cards, true fact, are actually pink. I used to work in immigration. The only reason I know. B2 visa is visitor visa. You get one, and you can issue it for 90 days, and then you got to go back and apply for another one. Yada yada yada. I don't know if he's contracted through a employer employee situation, which is a different visa, and if he is, then they can come here for a year and then go back. So I'm sure that he had a visitor visa to come over and see how it worked out with the team. Once they started doing exceptionally well, then he's going back to reapply for the year visa, so that it kind of coincides with him his contract.
Did you get that game invite, by the way, Nick, on League?
Yeah, did.
Okay.
Long story
short, TSM. And what do the viewers say? TSM, I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yeah,
yes.
I would imagine. I don't know why anybody wouldn't. All right,
so I mean, CLG. I could say CLG could pull an upset. I'm not going to deny that. I just believe that TSM will win because their team play is much better than CLG's.
Okay. We got another good game next. It is Evil Geniuses versus XDG. Now, XDG, of course, the team that has had a lot of problems this year, but coming off of a huge upset, actually, over Cloud9. They beat Cloud9 last Saturday. Big deal for them. Big morale booster. Mm-hmm. And I don't think EG can handle them this week. I really don't. I think it's going to be XDG. I think even though they lost to CLG on Sunday, I think they played a heck of a game against Cloud9, and I mean, I think they're going to take EG. I don't think EG is going to.
You think XDG will?
I think XDG will, yeah. I think XDG has got a lot of mojo out of this. Actually, I said they played a heck of a game. They really didn't. I shouldn't have said that. They played a pretty bad game against Cloud9, and both against Cloud9 and CLG. They didn't play very well against either team. Cloud9 should have won the game that they played against XDG, but maybe underestimated XDG a little bit, is what Nick said earlier. But still, it gives them a little bit of mojo. I think they're going to mix some stuff up, and I think they're going to end up taking EG. Because EG hasn't been playing too hot themselves. So.
I'm going to go with EG. XTG did a poor showing, and I believe it was more of a fluke on their win than a definitive answer to their woes. Zuna's still a mediocre. I mean, he's a good player at League of Legends, much better than I am, but he's still a mediocre player in the LCS, in my opinion. No hate against him. I don't know him as a person. I just see it from his play. Yeah, the early season 2 split push AD carry type of deal. And in that meta, you have to have a very competent AD carry. He's good, but he's not double lift. When CLG executed that strategy, they won more often than not, even though they were still terrible at that point. But EG's just got, they're going to get a fire in him. Pobelter's going to go off this game. I just know it. He's much better. I'm not going to say he's much better in one-on-one, but I think he's a much better team fighter than ManCloud is. Benny's solid top, but I think Inox will try to play a carry like in Italy. And I just think EG's team comp will be better synergized than XDG, and I'll let them get the win.
Okay. All right, well, what did the viewers pick? I'm guessing EG in this one for the viewers. Is that the case?
I'm looking.
Pretty close.
XDG right now.
By one.
XDG. Yep. Looks like I swayed the viewers, Nick. All right, so viewers pick XDG. So we're going to write you guys down for that. Voting closed on that one. Next game is going to be Cloud9 versus CLG. And this is probably going to be the game of the week in terms of matchup. I think it's a really good matchup between Cloud9 and CLG. It's going to be a good game, but I think Cloud9 is going to win it. As we already talked about, they underestimated XDG, maybe a bit of a fluke, even Nick said. So yeah, they lost to XDG, but they played, if you look at the stats, they played much better than XDG and should have won the game. So I'm going to go with Cloud9 in this one against CLG. What do you say, Nick?
This one's rough. C9. Just because I don't think they're the superior team. I just think they're going to, sorry about that. I just think they're going to, like I said with Pobelter having a fire lit under his ass, I think C9's going to have the same thing done. You don't go from being, 25-3 last season to 11-2 already and not have that motivation. So I believe the motivational drive is going to compel C9 to win. And Medios is just real good.
All right. Do you have a straw poll for that one yet?
Yep.
And what are the viewers saying?
So far, C9 with 5
C9.
votes. CLG was 0 votes.
All
right.
That's 6.
So we'll count the viewers for C9. And with that, that'll be the end of our weekly picks for the LCS tournament. And is there anything else we need to talk about esports news-wise?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, well, if
Rocket's still really good in EU, so let's cheer them
really?
on because they're good. I'm telling you, they're a legit team.
Oh, hey, I believe you, man. You don't have to convince me. All right. With that, then we are going to transition into our everybody's favorite little segment of the show, which is your chance to win money. Why would you not like that? So Lonrem's going to mute his mic for me, and we are going to get this game going. Either Lonrem or Strawberry, either one of you, press the start game button, and let's get this thing rolling. We just something to note on these games. We did make a little bit of a change after speaking with one of you guys has to start it, by the way. Lonrem, either you or him. I don't know who. One of you two. Anyways, we did make a little change to how we're doing this prior to okay, there we go. Prior to like the past couple weeks, we had kind of gone between ARAM, Summoner's Rift, blah blah blah. Now Ed has decided it's going to be Summoner's Rift and Summoner's Rift for the first 2 games. If the first 2 games don't decide a winner, then it's going to go to ARAMs for a 3rd game. Okay? So that's how it's going to work from now on. So we're going into Summoner's Rift on this. It looks like I forgot to put draft mode on. But that's okay fine, because they're both like level 20. So we're going to have Mordekaiser, Lonrem playing Mordekaiser versus Lee Sin. And here, I'm going to get this going here so you guys can actually see it. I apologize for that. Talk a little bit about this matchup here, Nick, while I get this fixed.
I don't think I've ever seen this matchup before. So, oh yeah, I'm sure I have.
Interesting little matchup.
Lee Sin's really good early game, and Mordekaiser's really good late game. But this is a 1v1. I have no clue how this will go because of I'm not saying skill level, but I don't know. Lee Sin's a high skill champ, and with Mordekaiser you hit E. That's what I got on that one.
All right. Well, it looks like we're in the delay right now. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting, once again, and I apologize for this, everybody. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting the setup going here. We always have technical difficulties with this. Actually, streaming a live game off of this stream is quite taxing on not only my computer, but my brain as I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. So we're still in the delay, though. We got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. We got Mordekaiser, played by Lonrem here, representing Beyond the Meta, with Ignite and Ghost. And then we have Lee Sin representing the viewers, and he is our challenger, and he is got Ignite and Flash. So, yes, he does. It's a fact. It's a known fact.
It is a fact of life. You can
it's a known fact.
I don't know any of the people from that show, or I would have made a joke about that.
What show?
Fact of Life, or Facts of Life.
Oh, I didn't pick up on the pun. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're pretty bad. While uno momento, I'm going to pimp out this. I don't think he talked about it enough. If you go to beyondthemeta.com, you will get our Anook. Now, he can explain it more to you in a minute. Lonrem can. Long story short, Anook is kind of like a social media for Facebook. You can get friends. You can post, on the main page. You can show people that, oh, look at this highlight that I made. Throw it up there. It'll go in the highlights. People will scroll through it, and hey, they'll click on it and talk to you. I get on here, and I haven't been on it much just because of work. But it's a very cool concept in theory and in practicality. It combines, the social media aspect of, let's say, Facebook, and then it puts in the games that we all love. They just don't have just League of Legends. They have everything ranging from League to Minecraft and Final Fantasy VII. I mean, Diablo 3, Smite, Firefall. I'm sure they'll get Titanfall on there. That's going to be out next week, and everybody should buy it because it's going to be an amazing game. Just saying. But I think we have our Nook, which I would love for however many people are watching, 15 people are watching. Go to it, sign up, make an account, start posting on our forums. I'll get on there occasionally. I promise you, I'll get on there, and we'll get involved with each other. I mean,
It's
I'm not
just
that
a great
good,
platform, not
but
just for y'all to connect with us, but just to connect with other gamers in general. And there's literally, it's not just about League of Legends. There's literally any game you can think of that would be popular that there would be a community built around on a Nook.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
Nooks for everything. So it's a great place to go, and we're actually getting into the game here. So, Nick, I'm going to ask you to do a play-by-play once again as I try and get this technical difficulties worked out. I apologize, everybody. Every time what happens is it loses the stream program loses the saved application that I have set up for League of Legends, and I have to redo it every time I reopen League of Legends and get into a new game. So it's kind of frustrating.
very strange occurrence. Right now, we are in the loading screen. We're at about 0% for each because I haven't loaded completely. Yep. Oh, we got it on a DL races. They called it back in my Brood War days. We got 30 to 30. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. That's terrible. No, I believe. Oh, he has Lord Mordekaiser. That's a sweet skin. Lee Sin has it early game. He can go all in, just QQ, Ignite, E him down so he can't run away. Ghost is still affected by that. Could go either way, man. It could go either way. They could get, far enough away. It
We're
could
actually
get
in the game now, too.
Yeah, we are getting ready to be. I'm getting ready to be in game. You may already be.
I am in game, and I am going to get this going for the viewers
I am
that
in
probably
game.
hate me because I always screw this up. Okay.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Okay, we got Duran's Blade start releasing in a pot, which is good. They're giving out the GL, good luck stuff. Mordekaiser's starting Duran's Shield. I don't know if I'm okay with that, but it's a good start. He could have started Cloth 5, and it'd been more effective against Lee Sin. Lee Sin's just a good champ. So, it's a very, very mechanically gifted champion as well. If you're mechanically good with him, then you're going to be mechanically good on most every champion. His skill set just allows that. Right now we got, looks like, I thought they were going to have a dance off. I was getting excited. But Lee Sin just decides to go up with the Q.
I'm getting so angry at myself because this is not working like it's supposed to.
Minions have spawned.
It's just where minions have spawned, but they've not. They have not reached the mid yet. Very short
Okay.
explanation. It's a 1v1 mid lane. First to 100 creep score, or first blood, or tower down wins. So we're gonna see what's going on here. Lee Sin tries to go up with a harass, hits a minion. And like I predicted, Mordekaiser is going to hit E. I believe it's his E. Yes, this is E. Siphon of Destruction. I never know, like, whatever it's called, the actual names of abilities, so I just kind of go with it.
Naturally. All right. I've got it up now. Just got it in.
That's good.
Thank
Well, you're
goodness. Whew. Sorry about that,
30
guys.
seconds behind.
Anyways, okay. So
Mord hits level 2 early, but Lee Sin's still he's not stronger than Mord level 2 as level 1, but Lee Sin hits 2 and it's okay.
pretty slow game right now. Both people just CSing here. Well, not really CSing. Forgot we're playing a level 20s game here. You know what ended up being funny about this? It's actually a pretty even matchup because the fan that ended up getting in here is level 26. So it's a level 20 versus level 26.
I do feel bad for old Bouncy, but you got to follow before you hit that, man.
Bouncy Dick. What a great name.
That's a good name.
Yeah,
it looks like it's just going to be a CS game, apparently.
Well, so far it is, at least.
I think Lee Sin should have used his advantage earlier. He's still stronger than him pre-6, but Mordekaiser, I think level 6 will just kill him. And anybody watching, no offense to either of these guys, but this is not how you CS. What is this? 3 minutes?
We'll give him an excuse.
Oh yeah, I'm not talking bad about
this. This might be the longest $25 Riot Point Challenge series that we've ever done already. We need some action here. He's South Park or Strawberry's going to go in on Lonrem. We got some action here, going back and forth. Oh no, they're not going to. Yeah. Lonrem's farming pretty decently actually right now. He's getting those last hits down. And he's actually doing a bit of damage to Lee Sin as well, keeping him pushed. So Lonrem not doing a bad job at all. Honestly, I don't see Lee Sin winning this game unless, especially if it goes on long enough. Like
Mordekaiser 6, Mordekaiser kills
Oh
him.
yeah, it's a done deal. So
or
I'm not sure. It should be at least, yeah. And our $25 of RP safe for another week. Let's hope
it may be safe for another week.
It may be, yeah. So, all right, I'm gonna try and get webcam up on.
Yeah.
Lonrem unmuted, so I'm guessing that means the game's over. But we're 3
we have
minutes.
not
We're
seen
3
the
minutes
game
behind
yet,
Lonrem, so hold off for a second. We'll
So
let
it's gonna roughly end at about 8 minutes. So we'll see how that goes.
So we've already got a clue as to when it ends. Let's see how it ends now. This will be interesting. I'm curious to know what ends up happening.
I think I know.
You think Lonrem lost?
Yeah.
By the way, he said that. Yeah.
I think it's not no offense, of course, but I think Lee Sin will outplay him in some way.
Well, he's got 6 levels on him, which is like what? How many more games?
40? Oh yeah, no. I'm not taking it like that. No, not a skill disparity. I'm saying as in this specific instance right now, I think Lee Sin will outplay him somehow.
Yeah.
But CSing looks even right now at about 6 minutes. Lee Sin has 6. And
I don't know.
Mordekaiser.
I don't know how Mordekaiser doesn't win this. Is he gonna rush the turret? How much you want to bet he's gonna rush the turret because of his ult?
I think that's gonna be it.
Oh no.
He should have waited until he's been pushed up too far.
Well, he didn't rush the turret, and he's got Lee Sin pretty low. He's playing. That was a bad ult, but he's playing smart off the. He's playing off the smart off the fact that that was a bad ult, unless he like dives here.
He just took 2 free turret shots to get rid of his shield.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. This might be. I'm just waiting for him to dive in and then get killed by the turret. We got about a minute left in the game here.
At this point in time, Mordekaiser should just farm Like, he can dive, yeah, but just wait on ult.
This might... No. Goodness. This is making me crazy.
And he hits the Q. I think if he hits another one of those, he can
Get
double
him.
Q E into R.
Oh, he's going to R him back into his turret. Watch. He's going to R him into the turret. I'm trying to bet. That's what I'd do. R him straight into the turret.
He could. Very well could.
Yep. Ready? Oh, he didn't even have to. Wow.
Yep.
There it is.
There
So
you go.
Lonrem loses the first game. It's all right. That's all right, Lonrem. No worries. So we're gonna get the second game. We're gonna exit out of this one. I don't know if the guys knew they were supposed to exit out. No. But we're gonna exit out of this game, and we're gonna get the next game rolling for everybody. So I'm gonna be working on that. Talk a little bit about what happened there, Nick, while I do this.
He was going, like you said, he said he was going for CS. At this point in time, he got attacked and didn't respond with any attacks or any defensive maneuvers. Like, I believe he could have ignited him and EQ'd. I don't think he had a skill point in W. Did you have a skill point in W?
No, I didn't.
You probably should have at that point.
Yeah, because it's like, a little armor, a little better CS. Yeah.
It was a good idea. It was a good idea, but it didn't work. Valiant effort. But
all right, we're gonna get this second game started here. So we're in Champ Select right now. I'm gonna try and show you Champ Select. Now that I've got the game set up, I'll try and get Champ Select.
Oh, and now we can ban.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. Lonrem, if you don't mind muting your mic for me, bud. Yep. Thank you, sir. And we are gonna get this game going.
I'm gonna see a Mordekaiser pick. Oh, that first ban Mordekaiser though. He don't know how to play.
Well, that's why I did the ban, because I figure now that they played with each other, I want them to ban the characters they just played so they don't play the same champs. That was my thinking behind it. I think that was smart on my part. Just saying.
Could I
don't
like
understand.
To see an all-in champion.
I don't understand what's going on with with this deal.
Caitlyn actually is not being banned out right now. If I were any of these two players, I would pick Caitlyn. Caitlyn is a great 1v1 champ because she has range. She has.
Whoa! Lonrem can hear you, so that's like cheating, I think, isn't it? Oh, he's gonna take Trundle. Interesting. Okay.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I can't get the for whatever reason. I'm sorry, guys. I can't get the. Oh wait, there it is. Now I got it. Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna get this up for us here. All right, so there's that. So let's see. We had Lonrem banned Lee Sin, Lux, and Annie, and he's going with Trundle with Ignite and Ghost. And
Trundle's good, level 6.
Yeah, and Strawberry banned Mordekaiser, Darius, and Yorick. And let's see what he picks here. What do you think he's gonna pick? You think he'll pick the Caitlyn? Do you think? I mean, he can't hear us, but oh, Jax. Okay.
I was gonna say Ruben or.
Do you think that little delay was him looking up who to play against Trundle? Something tells me.
I don't know.
Something tells me that's what it was.
Jax is still good against him. Or Trundle's still good against Jax. It's at this point it's a skill matchup. Just depends on what they do win.
Yeah. All right, well, we are going to be going into the delay here. So it's if you missed it or you're just joining us, in the last game we had Lonrem as Mordekaiser and Strawberry, also known on here as Southpar23, playing Lee Sin, and Strawberry won that game. He is representing the viewers. Lonrem is representing Beyond the Meta. So if Strawberry wins this game, aka Southpar, if he wins this game, he goes home with Nick's fancy $25 Riot Point card he's got. And but if Lonrem wins this game, then we go into a tiebreaker match in an ARAMS where there's no backing, no buying. So it's a quicker game. But we're gonna see what happens here. We're on a delay right now. It's 2 minute and 20-second delay that we're waiting on. What do you think, Nick? What do you think about this matchup?
If I were to pick which side I was not like, if I were playing as one of these champions against the other, I'd pick Jax. He's a lot stronger duelist, and the fact of his R does give him resistances and armor and MR, but Trundle can take it from him. I just think as a duelist because of his passive, Jax is better in a 1v1 setting. Now Trundle is a lot better in team fighting, in my opinion, because Jax just tries to jump on the carry. If you get a disengaged team, you can get them off. But 1v1, it's kind of hard to get somebody to peel for you. Let me think. Early on, Trundle's going to win because of his Q. His Q takes away physical damage from the opposing champion and gives it to him. I think it's like, I don't remember the exact number, but it's a substantial amount in the beginning. It's not like 100 away, but
it's going to be all about those stuns and slows, I say.
Very possibly, yeah.
Trundle's slow, Jax is stun. It's going to be going back and forth, I think. So we'll see.
I think it just depends if the early game goes hectic or chaotic, or if it randomly, they let it farm out to post 6, and I don't know. It could go either way.
Well, for Nick's pocket's sake, let's hope Lonrem can pull out this win. Although he's got to lose the 25 eventually. It's just going to keep going until the next week and the next week. But I'm secretly hoping that he keeps his money so that I don't have to buy a card, because I'm the one who has to buy it next week.
That's true.
Again, if you're just joining us, we're on a 30-second delay right now, which is obviously almost over. Waiting on Lonrem representing Beyond the Meta, playing against Southpaw, representing the viewers in our $25 Riot Point Challenge. This is our second game, and we're about ready to go here. Recapping last week, Stomp beat CISO, or what was it, CSAO? What did you want me to call him? No, forget it. I already said I wasn't going to do it. I don't care.
It's CISO second. That's what
I don't care. I already said I'm not going to do it. All right, we're in the loading screen now. Anyways, last week, longtime viewer, CISO second.
CISO second.
Lost to Stomp a Little, which was no surprise. Stomp a Little's our resident Diamond 1 co-host / almost into Challenger right now. He's actually on a Challenger run, so he's playing pretty well. And let's be honest, CISO didn't have a chance. I can't do it. It's CISO. It's just always it's always been CISO. I don't know if I can handle it.
Well, technically, it's always been CISO. You just thought it was CISO. Valid point.
That's a valid point. I'll say that's a valid point.
Wait, say ISO? Say ISO?
No, CISO. CISO.
No, somebody said CISO in chat.
All right, well, we're in the game right now.
Celery. I don't know.
Let's see what these two guys buy.
I'm from Kentucky, so I don't know what's going on. All right.
All right, so we got Trundle starting off with the Hunter's Machete. That's an interesting choice. Does he... Lonrem, if you can hear us, you might want to return that, buddy. Might want to return that Hunter's Machete and read what it does first. Oh, we're on a 3-minute delay, though, so it's too late for that.
I think he may be going recommended items.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Jax taking Crystalline Flask, a couple health pots and mana pots. Yeah, this is gonna be this is probably already over before it even begins. I don't want to be too grim about the whole thing, but I believe you'll be giving your money up tonight.
Seems that
Nick.
way.
Yeah.
It's not about the money. It's about the fans.
That's true. It is about the fans.
Viewers. I'm not going to say fans. I'm going to say...
It's about the viewers. It's about our community. Our community. Because we are a community of gamers. Are you lagging, or is that just me?
Probably just you.
In this game, I'm stuck on 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Seems like you.
Alright, hold on a second. Sorry, guys. There we go. Alright, so Jax is waiting by the turret.
Jax wins this. This Machete does literally nothing for you in lane.
Oh, yeah, I mean... I don't think Lonrem... He didn't... like you said, I think he did the... he just did recommended items. He wasn't paying attention to what it did. It's a jungler item, Lonrem, if you can hear me, for future reference, to kill minions, neutral monsters. So yeah, I'm with Stomp. I mean Nick. Sorry, I always do that. I'm with Nick. I don't think it's. I think his $25 Riot Point card's out the window here.
Like I said, it's more about giving the people who watch me talk about some stupid game that we all love. Yeah, money isn't anything.
All right. Well, both of them. Well, Lonrem is taking hits left and right from those minions, and he has brought himself down pretty low.
He has, fortunately.
Wow, and it's already over just like that.
Just
Lonrem.
like that.
Oh my gosh, man. Lonrem loses the second game. That was our I think that was our fastest win
That was.
that we've ever had on the show. All right, let's join back with Lonrem here. Lonrem, if you can hear us, go ahead and turn your mic back on, and we'll get in with you here. So, Lonrem, what do you have to say for yourself? Picking up Hunter's Machete.
So, Doran's Blade didn't get a new icon.
Oh my gosh.
And I guess Trundle got a rework.
That he did?
Congratulations to Southpar/Strawberry. Do you have him added on League?
Yeah,
Nick?
I'll take that care of.
All right, Strawberry/Southpar. Nick will give you a code momentarily. Congratulations. Thank you for playing with us today. So the viewers take home the $25 Riot Point Challenge tonight. So right now we've had the viewers won the first one. We had us win the second one with Stomp, and then now third one we lost. So we'll have to see how it goes next week versus Ed. Everybody, Ed's gonna be representing BTM next week. All right. So with that, we are going to transition into Ask Us Questions. So now what we do, this is the part of the show where we kind of start wrapping things up, getting to a close. But before we do, we allow you guys to ask more questions, and we'll answer very specific questions, and we'll get into more depth into what you're kind of asking. Because throughout the show, we'll occasionally ask question or answer questions, but this is a time where you guys can ask really specific ones, and we'll answer them. So I know it'll be about 15 seconds before you guys hear me say all that. So until then, we'll fill this blank airtime with a little song from Nick.
Hey, it was good, man. You see that?
Oh,
Get out of here.
He didn't hear me.
I'm doing a song in chat right now.
Oh, are you really? So we.
Yeah, dude, from Frozen. Do you want to play an ARAM? Come on, let's go and play.
Oh, we should make
you
a
and
music
pick and
video.
choose the items for today.
Did you make that up?
I haven't seen the movie, so I know apparently. Yeah, that's what I hear a lot of. But I think everything is awesome, and I think that's a better movie. Just saying.
All right, Roddy Cat wants to hear more about a Nook.
Nook.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Put me on the spot like that.
All right, wait a second. Before he does that, let's hear specific questions about a Nook, guys, because a Nook is very. It's like, okay, I know you hate people saying this, but it really is like the Facebook of gaming, only so much more. There's so much more to it than Facebook, but that's kind of what it is. It's a very large social media site, so try and ask specific questions about maybe, like, if you have a question about how do you get started.
Well, it's hard to. Yeah, okay, that's fair, but it's hard to ask a specific question about something you don't know about.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, so then ask if you haven't heard. All right, give them a quick rundown of what a Nook is. A very quick rundown, Lonrem.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and he remembers the last time when I started talking to him about this, and I kept rambling and talking and talking and talking. He's fearing that. But yeah, in short, Facebook for gamers is a term we cringe at, but it's pretty close. It's a place to hang out and meet up with other gamers, and you do sign up using your handle, your internet handle. So for Zach and Nick, on the stream, they're Zach and Nick, but they're also Captain Waffles, and Riley is huge, really.
Well, Outrun,
but
Outrun,
I go by like 17
that's his
things.
Twitch. That's his Twitch.
You gotta stay away
okay.
from NSA. You know what I'm saying?
And so you have all these different names, that gamers use, and we build an identity around them, and it's not our name, but it gives us a public identity that's still a little bit anonymous, so we can go be the gamers that we are. And it's not like on Facebook where I know if I post on Facebook that I just went on a 24-hour League of Legends session, which quite clearly never happens, because I suck. but then I'm gonna have my mother, looking at that status and being like, "Really? That's what you did this weekend instead of calling me on my birthday?"
True story. True story. He
guys.
forgot to call his mom on her birthday 3 days ago.
Is bad. But
Pretty terrible.
you don't have that outside stuff. You don't have your boss looking in and so, oh yeah, I was sick on Tuesday, I'm sorry I couldn't come in. It wasn't because Infamous Second Son came out. No, I was sick. And with a Nook, you can be anonymous ish. You can actually hang out and check out other gamers, talk with them, organize. I've got a buddy I play games with now all the time, and I met up with him on a Nook just because we both were talking about Borderlands 2 back when it first came out, and so now that's carried on, and we play a bunch of different games, and we interact via a Nook and stuff like that. I see JLam saying, "How could you?" And I was like, "What did I do?" Oh yeah, I didn't call my mother. But and then you've got places. It's set up for guilds and communities. So, like Beyond the Meta's got their own forums there. If you guys have a WoW guild, you can come and set up. You can actually integrate your WoW guild on there, so all those guild stats are on there. You can set up your own forums, and all this is free. The other big site is Engine for forums and stuff like that. Yeah, thanks, Giant. Appreciate you.
But this
out.
is better than Engine for so many more reasons, because it's got that integrated like social media platform that Engine lacks, I guess you could say. Where you can,
because Engine is all compartmentalized, and you have that guild and that guild. This allows you to cross over and stuff like that. I'm trying to keep. I don't know how you guys do this. Plus, keep track of the chat at the same time.
It's kind of whoever's answering the questions generally doesn't look at chat. Like, we'll let you know if somebody asks something. But...
Okay, there we go. But it allows you to actually go and hang out and be part of a community. Of gamers instead of a community, you're part of the community. The differentiation there. So you can actually hang out with people, no matter what game they play, and if all your friends, all they play is League, and you're like me, and it's like, okay, I like to play something else. I can actually go into that community and go find people that actually play that game. I don't have to go sign up for a new forum or go on to like the official forums. Come on, let's be honest. A lot of like Reddit, for instance, can be super toxic. Ask your question, get downvoted to oblivion. A Nook specifically works to, actually avoid that toxicity and stuff like that. So, but that's a quick rundown on it.
We'll get more into a Nook for those of you who have more questions specific to it. If you guys are looking at our Nook and stuff, I would encourage all of you that are watching that are interested in this, which all of you should be if you're watching the stream, to go to beyondthemeta.com right now, kind of while you're listening to us talk, and check it out. And as you're looking at a Nook, you're going to have questions formulated around like, okay, how does my profile work? How do I follow Beyond the Meta? Stuff like that. If you end up having questions like those, that's when you type them in. We'll answer them right here. Until then, CISO wants to get the discussion back on League real fast. He wants to ask us, and this is the first time hearing of it, support severe. Is that
if you checked out our Nook, it was actually on there. But
was
apparently something doesn't even look at that.
Yes, I saw it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I have been so busy. I have no excuse. That's my fault. I did not see that.
Support server. I gave a brief rundown. Long story short, there are better champions that do similar things to her without CS. You don't have to have CS to get a Talisman of Ascension and her R, but Karma can do the same thing with a shield, with a slow, with stun, or root rather. It could work. I just don't think it's as good as other sports.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I guess I get where the thought is behind that, but why not just play Severe as an AD carry? She's a great AD carry still. So that's what I would do.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it could work. There's just, in my opinion, better champions for that specific role.
I would agree, definitely. Another thing I just noticed, by the way, is we have like 13 followers on our Nook right now, but a lot of you seem faceless. You got the little Nook logo, which is great, Lonrem, and looks cool and everything. But I mean, it looks like the thing is we want you guys not only to follow us, is we're wanting to also advertise for Nook because we really believe in them and the site, and you guys should start using it for your personal use, because once you start using it, you're going to see that it's actually something that's, you know, good to get into. It's a good platform, and you'll get used to the kind of the flow of the way things work. And I guarantee everybody that's a gamer is going to enjoy it. And so I would encourage you guys to update your profiles, get some pictures on there, say what games you play, start trying to connect with people, and maybe even look for other nooks besides Beyond the Meta. Be active on our nook, though, as well, of course. And just try and, you know, try and contribute to the community as much as possible, because it's still in beta stage, this site. But speaking of which, do you have a definite answer of when that's going, like, fully live? Like with advertising it and everything.
It'll be a while. You know, to borrow many video game developers, soon. TM.
Yeah.
You know, eventually. We'll release it when it's done. We're not going, and releasing is actually going to be a fairly small thing of just like we're gonna pluck that beta thing off. You know, so it's going to be, you know, we're not going to hide and do any major updates unless it's way down the road until before we get out of beta.
Right. Well, the other great thing I want to like share with people, and I was thinking about this myself, is that because it is in the beta stage, you have a chance to get on something that, even though it's not like brand new, it's in the beta stage. It's not technically like, you know, live, like, you know, finished product. It's not, you know, being advertised or anything. And so you have a chance to basically, and I'm sorry to bring this in again, but it's just the easiest way to call it. You have a chance to get on Facebook before Facebook becomes popular, in other words.
Yep.
This is going to blow up. When they finish this, they get this done, I guarantee you, I can tell already, this site is going to blow up. When they start advertising it, when people start getting on it, it's already huge, and it's in, you know, it's in beta stage, and it's already got, like, I mean, he won't tell us the exact amount of users, but somewhere around
27,000 following League.
Yeah, 27,000 following League alone, just League, and then you got to factor in all the other games, and that's without it being like actually live and like being advertised and everything. So you guys have a chance to get a jump on this early and be one of the first ones to be a part of it. So it's a really good opportunity, not just for them but for you. Because I guarantee you, when they get done with this, it's going to be a huge deal. Real fast, Jalem is asking about Diablo 3 nooks, and he's asking if there is an active community right now on a nook for Diablo 3.
And I answered him in chat, but yeah, not right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see
that. Oh, it's all right. But, you know, so we can actually say it. You know, it's better safe than Lonrem. What? Oh, the CISO second has found completely.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
It's not his name.
But what did big CISO?
Something like that.
Right. But yeah, Diablo 3. Well, any of the pages, because a Nook doesn't generate content. So it's all about users. So if the users go quiet, then there's nothing active. But and if you actually go over to Diablo 3, like, you don't actually search for Diablo 3 like nooks and stuff like that. You just want to go to the Diablo 3 page and scroll down. You can see a lot of people posting about you know, their level 60 characters finally. A lot of pictures for Diablo 3. I got a couple users who are talking about playing it, or you know, sharing their images, wanting to find more people to play with and stuff like that. So,
okay, we have another question from Jalem. He's asking, and he says, "Sorry for being annoying. You're not being annoying. These are the kinds of questions we want you to ask." Well, we have Lonrem on here. You're asking, how do you add games to your profile specifically?
Super easy. I'm actually going to link you something that you may have skipped past, Jalen, if you're asking me questions like this. But oh, I can't. I'm gonna link it to you so you guys can link it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. We still haven't turned that off.
There you go. Yeah, Diablo 3 III. Yeah, not the number. But yeah, once you find that, and then any game page up in the top left, you can actually click a little follow button, and also you can go through that setup thing and actually just click on any of the games you want to follow. And hey, look right there, top left, biggest game on the site, League of Legends, followed by WoW and Minecraft. Diablo 3's a little farther down. So
And then another thing is that for a lot of people miss, like on your actual profile, there's the little edit your profile button at the top right. A lot of people wonder things like, how do I link my other accounts like my YouTube or my stream or my Twitter or my Facebook or other accounts? If I want to link them to my Nook, how do I do that? You press on that edit your profile thing at the top right of your profile, and then you've got the ability to go to linked accounts, and you can just really easily and simply link all your accounts to a Nook, which is really great, including Steam. And and then the other thing that's important is the gaming identities tab, which is where you can add whatever games that you've kind of like followed or favorited. You can add like your character, or like for League, you can add your champ or your summoner to it, so people can see on your profile like, this is my League summoner. And I think you can add up to 3 gaming identities. Is that correct, Lonrem?
3 will show, but if you actually have a bunch of gaming identities, if you have multiple League accounts plus some Diablo characters and all that, you can actually add as many as you want, and it'll you can cycle. There's once you add in a 4th one, little arrow pop up, so you can cycle through, and so people can check out all your stuff. So, which actually reminds me, I'm gonna go add all my Diablo characters to my own profile. But yeah, you can add stuff freely.
All right. Well, we've had a pretty good night, I think, tonight. Once again, we had kind of a low viewer count, guys. So for those of you who are here, kind of help us out with telling your friends, getting more people here. Telling them about us. That's partially our faults too for not advertising the way we should be. But we want to thank Lonrem for joining us tonight. Thank you, Nick, for helping me out as usual.
Not a problem.
And we are going to call it a night, everybody. So once again, for Beyond the Meta, I'm Zach. This is Nick, and this is Lonrem from Anook. And thank you for joining us.
See you guys.
Same time, same place.
Add channel.